This is your home for the Wildcats. Louisburg Sports Live. Louisburg Sports Live is presented by Vose Pharmacy. Kevin Vose and his friendly staff have been serving Louisburg for over 10 years. Learn more at visitvosepharmacy.com.
Asher sees room, takes the two from the free throw range and gets it there.
2-2 from Declan Battle. Did he go around? He did. Strike three called. Baston Moore runs over a man up the middle and will carry Trevor McGraw into the end zone for another Wildcat touchdown.
It's time for the Wildcats on your home for Louisburg High School Athletics. Louisburg Sports Live.
And good Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back in here to Louisburg High School, the side of tonight's boys and girls wrestling duel between the Bonner Springs Braves and your Louisburg Wildcats. BJ Harris along with you. Alongside me tonight, Matt Jones. As we settle in for this one, you'll be seeing some JV matches out there on the mat here in our pre-game show, if you will, ahead of the girls duel. Then we'll have senior night festivities as well, and wrap it up with our boys duel. It should be a very competitive night of wrestling as we roll right on through here on Louisburg Sports Live. We'll bring in Matt Jones. And Matt, what do you know about these two programs? What do you know about any individual matchups we might see or wrestlers we might see here tonight? And what do we got in store for us tonight on the mat?
Well, I think Louisburg's they're a pretty young team. They graduated some guys last year, and they'll be competitive. They're always well coached, and they're just trying to get some mat time and improve. And Bonner's been one of those teams that always has a couple really good standouts. They've got a good coach in Rain and Job, and they're looking to set the tone for moving into the postseason, as are both teams. This is getting to the end of January, and it's almost crunch time, and girls regionals are here in 2 weeks and the boys in 3. So both teams are looking to refine things up as they finish the regular season portion of their schedules.
Both teams coming off a few of these wrestlers went up and wrestled at Shawnee Mission Northwest just last night and had a decent night up there. At the Blue Valley. Then they also had a matchup last Friday at the Blue Valley Northwest Husky Invite, and so been wrestling quite a bit Friday. Got through that and then wrestled again last night. Now they're back here for this duel, and so we'll see. You're at this point of the season, Matt, where it becomes a little bit of a war of attrition. I got to believe your physicality starts to play a factor, how healthy you are at this point, and then now you're really getting close to that regional and state time, so you've got to figure out who you are, where you are right now.
Absolutely, and with all the weigh-ins, like they've had a Friday, and then they have a duel, and then they have another duel, the middle week wrestling is hard because you think you have a pre-match practice yesterday, you have a duel tonight, and they probably have something this weekend, so they have another pre-match practice Friday. So making weight, going up and down like that, the wrestlers have to be really disciplined, and they have to be really on their weight management plan and, not ballooning up and down and just trying to keep that even weight. That's part of wrestling. That's just, it's a challenge, and this time of year, hopefully they have that under control.
Again, we've got some JV matches going to take place here before our girls' duel starts, and our full coverage begins in just a little bit. We'll roll on through here the pregame show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, reset the scene, and be a little bit closer to that girls' duel action. It's our first night of wrestling coverage here on Louisburg Sports Live this year. It's, of course, presented to you by our good friends at Vose Pharmacy. We'll hear from them and get back to the action right after this on Louisburg Sports Live.
Vose Pharmacy is Louisburg's true hometown pharmacy. Pharmacist Kevin Vose and his team are proud to be part of the Louisburg community, and your health is their top priority. And now with Test to Treat, Vose can provide strep and flu testing and treatment all in one by appointment. Vose continues to be your stop for everyday health essentials and all of your prescription needs. Vose Pharmacy, Louisburg's pharmacy, and proud to support the Wildcats. Call 913-533-7575 or visit vosepharmacy.com.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent TJ Solander in Louisburg at 913-837-3237.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Wildcat Veterinary Clinic. Come see us at our newly remodeled facility across from the stadium. We're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services and specialty care that includes surgery, chiropractic, and reproductive services. With 24-hour emergency services, a team of 13 veterinarians, and 3 other locations in Paola, Drexel, and Martin City, our commitment to this community makes Wildcat Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Maximize your athletic potential with Louisburg Chiropractic. Athletes of all ages and skill levels can improve with the help of Dr. Jake Polzin at Louisburg Chiropractic Center. Shorter recovery times, increased range of motion, and flexibility are just a few of the benefits. Everyone can benefit from chiropractic care, from the pros to gym rats, rec golfers to high school athletes. Let Louisburg Chiropractic Center improve your performance. Call now, 913-837-2910.
Back out here on Louisburg Sports Live, BJ Harris, Matt Jones, as we settle in here for a boys and girls wrestling duel with the Bonner Springs Braves coming to town. Got some JV matches in our exhibition portion of tonight's action. Then they'll have the girls match with about 5 matchups in that one. There's a few open slots more on the Bonner side than the Louisburg side on the girls' side, but really just 5 matches in that duel, and then a full slate of matchups on the boys' side of things. We'll have senior night festivities as well, and getting through some of these. I don't have any idea how many JV matches there are actually before we get started, but we will bring you the full matchups on the girls' side and the boys' side. And I guess, Matt, what we got here, and we were talking off air a little bit about some of the rankings and across the state of Kansas, just what's the general health of the wrestling world here in Kansas City and in this metro area and then across the state of Kansas?
Well, I think that, the girls wrestling has completely exploded, and it actually started picking up here in the Kansas City metro beforehand, but Wichita and Western Kansas has caught up because they have middle school wrestling, and that's been a huge factor for boys wrestling for decades because most of the big schools out west in Wichita have middle school wrestling, and that's something that's Louisburg has it, Bonner Springs has it, but the big schools around here do not. It's kind of more of an intramural factor in Blue Valley, Shawnee Mission, Olathe. So the Johnson County large school districts are considerably behind. Now, what we do benefit from here is the club wrestling scene is tough. There's a lot of good opportunities for kids to wrestle at an elite level, but not everybody is there. So I think we lose a lot of kid to club sports in Johnson County. Part of that is just the makeup of suburban United States. The kids have resources to go do a whole bunch of things. In Hayes, USA, and Garden City, USA, the options are very limited on what they can do. So a lot of kids get into wrestling and get into sports through the high schools and through the school systems in general.
Yeah, really good take there. And I guess going back on the girls' side of things and watching the maturation of that, and I know you've had a kiddo that's come through that a little bit as well. How important has that been to just girls' sports, to add that one more element, that one more sport? And there's momentum now, and I think perhaps it could have been the success of the implementation of girls wrestling at the statewide level. To now there's efforts to put girls flag football into the K-shaped levels and all those things. And so I just think maybe the success, but what drove that success? Was there just a bottleneck of kids wanting to get into the high school level, or has the existence of it, opportunity of it at high school started to grow that grassroots?
Well, I think to be completely honest, it started because girls were competing against boys. Yeah. And nobody likes that. Girls don't like it, boys don't like it. It's kind of a lose-lose situation. So the grassroots effort started to split them up. So girls were competing against girls and boys were competing against boys, which that's preferable to everybody involved. And what's really cool about the girls wrestling is and it's the same with boys, has been for years, there's some spot for every body type of athlete. Right. Somebody that's tiny, somebody that is tall, somebody. There's just a spot for every single person, and you don't have to lose weight in wrestling. That's a common misnomer. You don't have to do that. Yeah. Coaches encourage people to wrestle the weight that they are, and for a young woman that is 5'10" and 200 pounds, her options are very limited in the sports that she can try out for in high school level, because a lot of sports are you have to be tall and you can jump high, or you have to be teeny tiny, and wrestling gives that opportunity for everybody, and that's really cool. That's
interesting. I never really considered that before. So right now we're in the middle of this JV duel between Bonner Springs and Louisburg. We're Varsity Sports Live, so we don't have a list of these kids that are out there wrestling right now, so we couldn't talk about them if we wanted to. We do have a full list of the matchups coming up a little bit later on. We'll roll through those here in just a little bit to set the scene of what matchups you'll see. We'll talk about the girls matchup and the boys. We'll also make sure to remind you, programming note, we'll be right back here about 24 hours from now with Bonner Springs and Louisburg, but they'll be using that round thing that you told me what. These gyms are they're supposed to be used for wrestling and every once in a while used for basketball.
That's right. The side-eye door on a basketball floor is wrestling mats from door to door.
Well, that's what we've got. One big mat in the middle for a duel. We've got cranked up here for Louisburg and Bonner Springs. We'll take another quick break here on a pregame show. We'll come back, and right around the corner, the girls' duel will begin between Louisburg and Bonner Springs next right here on Louisburg Sports Live.
The Bose Real Estate Group at Keller Williams would like to wish all of our sporting teams success this season. If you're looking for real estate, feel free to contact us. If you're looking for buyer needs or seller needs, we're more than happy to help you with any of your transactions. Feel free to give us a call, 913-963-4076, or you can email us at dougbose@kw.com. We look forward to hearing from you, and go Cats.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Since their doors first opened in 1920, First National Bank has been committed to local decision-making and long-term relationships. Locally owned and managed, First National Bank is there to guide you through all your firsts. First checking or savings account, first loan, first business groundbreaking, or your first home. A variety of banking services, expert guidance, and an emphasis on putting you first. First National Bank in Louisburg, 1201 West Amity, 913-837-5191. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who fight.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Back here on our pregame show, Louisburg High School, BJ Harris, Matt Jones, as we get set for this boys and girls wrestling duel between Louisburg and Bonner Springs. A little bit away from that as the JV action is underway. When it concludes, we will have our girls duel, and then we'll have senior night activities, as I mentioned, and then wrap it all up with our boys duel to close out our night of coverage. Of course, Louisburg Sports Live is presented by Vose Pharmacy. You can count on their dependable and reliable pharmacist Kevin Vose and his friendly staff, serving Louisburg and for more than a decade. To learn more, visit vosepharmacy.com or call 913-837-3784. Bring Matt back in here, and I know there's been a lot of changes and adjustments and trying to get the high school wrestling a little bit closer to the college wrestling.
Correct.
I don't know if you could run through some of the major changes of this year, maybe over the last couple of years, to bring that and close that gap just a little bit, and how it's impacted the sport.
Well, I think the biggest change has been the three-point takedown. Traditionally, a takedown's been worth 2 points. College went to it a couple years ago. Last year, we went to a three-point takedown. It's been very well received. Essentially, earning a takedown in wrestling is really hard.
Right.
And when it's worth 3 points, it makes offense advantageous. So it makes you be a little bit more aggressive to get that 3 points because the reward for it is more. So to compare, an escape is worth 1 point, getting away from bottom. That's traditionally a little bit easier than earning a takedown. And there was really only a 1 point difference in it. So now you get 2 more points for earning a takedown. And that's pretty substantial in wrestling. So 2 takedowns, that's 6 points. That shows that wrestler is being offensive, and that shows that they're being aggressive.
And I think I'm going to impress you with I may not impress you with my wrestling knowledge here, but I noticed in a couple of duels we did that leads to cutting people loose.
Correct.
So you can go score more points, which is probably not something that you held on. You held on as long as you can.
Right.
What other rules like that changes scoring-wise, or what happens on the mat?
I think that's the most important thing, is that it creates more offense. It's actually shortened the matches a little bit, that and the out of bounds. So technical falls are a little bit more common, which is a 15-point victory. Anytime that's achieved, the match is over, kind of like a technical knockout in boxing. Right. And the out of bounds, they're able to use the entire circle. And you only have to have one supporting point. A supporting point is like an elbow, a toe, a head, a knee, anything like that. Inbounds, the wrestling continues unless you hit hardwood. So if somebody touches the floor, then the whistle blows no matter what. So all those factors have created, it's actually shortened the wrestling match, even though the 6 minutes still applies. It's created a little bit quicker pace. There's less stoppage, less going back to the middle, less restarts. So I think the wrestling is actually higher quality that way.
Was any of that a factor for kids going to the next level, or was it a big adjustment, or you just got to learn the new way to do things when you get to the college level? Do you feel like the transition might be easier for Kansas kids as they're wrestling at that level and wrestling with those rules?
I think the out of bounds, yes, because that's been a rule in college. There's been a big discrepancy for years, and it is almost the same. The only real difference between college out of bounds and high school is that college, there's a pretend cylinder that goes up to infinity. So if a toe goes off the mat, but it's still in the cylinder of the ring, it's considered in. Once contact is broken in high school wrestling, they're out of bounds. So that makes it much easier to do for a high school official. College officials have that's really hard to say, was it in the cylinder or not, but they also have replay at their benefit, and high school officials do not. So I think that wrestling on the out of bounds definitely helps them transition to college. I think the biggest thing, if you're really, if you're that elite of a kid, you're probably wrestling against college kids and, training in that scenarios already. So they're probably like physically ready for it typically.
We've got JV matches going on right now with the girls duel right around the corner here in our wrestling coverage tonight on Louisburg Sports Live. We're going to turn it over to the crowd here that's already got into it. That was pretty loud, and this is a JV match. When this thing gets going, I'm afraid it's going to get kind of loud inside here. That's good for us. And so we're just going to crank up the noise, let you watch some of this JV matches. We'll come and give you our full coverage, including Matt's insight into our varsity matches coming up in just a little bit. For now, enjoy the JV here on Louisburg Sports Live and the Varsity Sports Live Network.
Now wrestling at 165 pounds for Bonner Springs, Aiden Snow, and for Louisburg, Levi Williams. Wrestling at 190 pounds, Oriana Zamora versus Aiden Kircher.
Seems like a faultless
JV match at 132 pounds for Bonner Springs, Kendall Rivet and Aiden Cunningham for the Wildcats.
had one, I guess, 2005. Quarterback left this.
We're ready for our last match at 138 pounds for JV, Ledger Du Bois and Levi Siebert. That concludes all of our JV matches. We'll get ready to get started with our girls matches here once coaches give us the thumbs up.
They wrapped up JV action here tonight. The girls are getting ready to get things going. Take a quick break and come back and be ready to roll for our girls duel between Louisburg and Baltimore Springs. Now you're on Louisburg Sports Live right after this.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Louisburg High School. We'll get underway to see the lineup for tonight's matchup.
At 105 pounds for the Wildcats, Kyla Deal, Bonner Springs, open. Also going to win by Let's get ready to wrestle at 110 pounds. From Bonner Springs, Mackenzie, what to God. And for the Wildcats, Lita Burke.
Tonight, see the scores on the screen. In the middle of the screen are the back scores on the blue scores. Go to the side, see what's going on by 12 there. Between against Burke and Tuba. See the end of this one.
Both schools are open at 115 pounds. At 120 pounds for the Wildcats, Wojciechowski, Bonner Springs, is open.
Against also open as well. Actually, 125, the Collins here against 25.
At 125 pounds for Bonner Springs, Brooklyn McCormick. She will face for the Wildcats, Malia Collins.
Yes. 125 pounds.
The rest of the stance.
High School. Louisburg 130 against Crystal Lopez. Brooklyn Louise, sophomore for Louisburg 135 against Sophia Zets. So there's three. This one's underway in the first period. We go in. Under 25 pounds.
Neither of us are really confident in committing completely to a shot. Mostly working ties.
Yes, ma'am. It took me a second. I was trying to find you in the crowd.
Wrestling straight on. You can see Collins attempting to an angle there.
See what they did here. Walk us through that. Just
basically, she just started with a crossface across the nose, grabbed the tricep, got hip to hip.
30 pounds for Bonner Springs, Crystal Lopez. For the Wildcats, Ivy Weiss.
much like sports is a life lesson. It's easier to avoid it.
We do have a change. Haley Ware wrestling for Bonner Springs.
Change. It's Ivy Weiss for Louisburg 130 pounds against Ware.
At this time, we would like to ask all of our senior wrestlers and managers and their parents.
See it once again.
After the completion of the girls' varsity pool. We're ready to wrestle at 135 pounds. For Bonner Springs, Sophia Zetz. And for Wildcats, Brooklyn Louise.
Sophia Zetz, freshman, East Sophia. 35 pounds, all put up with open crosses, 140, 145, 155 against Lola Eslinger, Junior, Whitney's task to hold the senior. Yeah, just got that spot.
At 140 pounds for the Wildcats, Brianna Caraway. Bonner Springs open.
In some open matches here, 140 pounds, Brianna Caraway.
145 pounds for the Wildcats, Allison Buckner for Bonner Springs open. At 155 pounds for Bonner Springs, Addison Vogel. Louisburg open. Let's wrestle at 170 pounds. For Bonner Springs, Braylon Morris. And for the Wildcats, Nora Smith. Danny DeVos will be replacing Braylon Morris for Bonner Springs at 170 pounds.
170 pounds.
Correct. Bonus ring wrestler on top. Lock your hands around the body. You can only do that when you're on your feet. You can't do it on the mat. Penalty point for the opposing
Senior night festivities will open up to the dress announcer and a chance to honor the seniors for Louisburg High School. Our boys coming up and no open slots in that. was enough for her.
Yeah, you can see when she turned her hips the other way, she kind of turned them towards us. It actually probably.
Wrestling at 190 pounds, Amelia Patterson for Bonner Springs, open for the Wildcats. Wrestling at 235 pounds for Bonner Springs, Bailey Lowe. For the Wildcats, open.
235, so with that forefront, that'll give Bonner Springs the advantage and win in this duel.
Your final team score, Bonner Springs 42, Wildcats 36. Stick around, we will start our senior recognition very soon.
Senior recognition in full right after this. One down, one to go, yet you're on wrestling coverage.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get back out doing senior night activities. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer and get that in its full.
Has participated in wrestling for 3 years. Anise gives many thanks to Pops, all the coaches, his teammates, and his family for always supporting him and giving him a reason to finish the period strong. Our next senior is Vance Hahn. Vance is escorted by Darcy Hahn and Gerald Hahn. Vance has participated in wrestling for 4 years. He would like to thank his parents and grandparents for always showing up and his coaches for always believing in him. He would also like to thank his sister for beating him up to make him tougher. Our next senior is Mike McKittrick. Mike is escorted by Whitney and Michael McKittrick. Mike has participated in wrestling all 4 years. He would like to thank his parents for their constant support as well as their dedication to him as a person and student through all his years of wrestling. He would also like to thank all of his coaches for being the backbone of his success. He would not be here if it were not for them pushing him through every meet and practice. Lastly, he'd like to give one last shout out to his brother Micah for convincing him to do this sport his freshman year. If it were not for him, Mike doesn't know what he would be doing right now. Our next senior is Keegan Rogers. Keegan is escorted by Tim and Melissa Rogers. Keegan has participated in wrestling for all 4 years at Louisburg. Keegan would like to thank his parents, friends, and coaches for their continued support throughout his wrestling career, allowing him to develop as a person and a wrestler. Our next senior is Roden Fargo. Roden is escorted by Melissa Fargo. Roden has participated in wrestling for 4 years, and he would like to thank his parents and sister for getting him into wrestling. He would also like to thank all of his coaches for inspiring him to stay in wrestling. Our next senior is Macy Pennington. Macy is escorted by Tony and Caitlin Pennington. Macy has participated as a wrestling manager for 4 years. Macy would like to thank her parents for always coming and getting her from wrestling every day freshman year, whether it was right at 5:30 or 11 o'clock at night after a long meet. She would also like to thank the team for 4 great years. Our next senior is Tessa Crooks. Tessa is escorted by Moira and Tim Crooks. Tessa has participated as a wrestling manager for 4 years. Tessa is thankful for the encouragement from her family, the support from her coaches, and the friendships created from the team. Our last senior is Kendall Crossley. Kendall is escorted by Sean Crossley and Megan Crossley. Kendall has participated as a wrestling manager throughout high school. She would like to thank her family, friends, teachers, coaches in the Louisburg community for all of their love and support throughout the years. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together one more time for all of our class of 2026 Louisburg Wrestling Seniors.
Thanks for joining us for our senior night coverage here on Louisburg Sports Live. Good group of kiddos down there with their families who have supported them throughout their high school journey here on the mats. We're in the midst of this duel between the Louisburg Wildcats and the Bonner Springs Braves. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back. Your boys action coming up right around the corner here on your home for Louisburg High School Athletics, Louisburg Sports Live.
DeVos Real Estate Group at Keller Williams would like to wish all of our sporting teams success this season. If you're looking for real estate, feel free to contact us. If you're looking for buyer needs or seller needs, we're more than happy to help you with any of your transactions. Feel free to give us a call, 913-963-4076, or you can email us at dougbose@kw.com. We look forward to hearing from you, and go Cats.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Wildcat fans can find us at 1262 West Amity in Louisburg or 913-837-4230. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Looking for the perfect getaway? At Destination Fun Travel, we bring the world to you. From turquoise Caribbean beaches to European river cruises and beyond. Destination Fun Travel is an award-winning travel agency specializing in creating unforgettable vacations. All-inclusive resorts, luxury villas, group trips, or custom vacation packages. Let us turn your dream vacation into reality, because with us, the journey is just as exciting as the destination.
Wildcats. Let's get started in 100.
Good look in here at the setup here in Louisburg.
Wildcats,
first matchup at 106 pounds. Against Ohio. Freshman against sophomore. 106 pounds.
It's pretty standard, 106 pounds, 113, usually dominated by freshman and sophomore wrestlers. Same size. These guys are pretty tall.
And as you're watching your own score, right there, little scores next to the clock on this match score. You're watching right now. Score there.
Hips, and Heil makes him pay with the fall.
See the replay. Missed the shot.
Ready to wrestle at 113 pounds from Bonner Springs, Beckett Ast. And for the Wildcats, Lady Isser.
This is at 150 pounds, Lady Isser against Beckett Ast from Bonner Springs, 113 pounds.
Just over 30 seconds left in the first period. Takedown on his feet. that's going to be how the first period comes to an end with Ast up 6-1.
We had some audio issues. I think I've got it fixed. Was that your kiddo that gave us that heads up?
Nope, that was Dr. Kylie.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Yep.
I apologize also.
Wrestlers in the neutral position to start the second period. Eisern with another partial shot, and Ast is able to defend it pretty easily. He's looking for big points. He's got the three-quarter Nelson. He's going to settle for the takedown, 3 points. You know, the big difference is when Ast attacks, he's been able to run his feet all the way through the takedown attacks, and Eisern has been just a little sluggish. He's had some half shots putting him in bad position.
Much better.
Eisern's trying to create something out of underneath. Ast is able to recenter himself behind. Up 9-1. Ast has had a deep half. Eisern's in a bad spot right now. He's going to give up the fall. Bonner Springs with the pin by Beckett Ast, freshman.
Wrestling at 120 pounds for the Braves, James Daniels. And for the Wildcats,
Now will be at 120 pounds. Silas Weichert for Louisburg, wrestling against James Daniels, freshman versus freshman here in the 120-pound match.
Two more freshmen. Again, lower weight classes, pretty common, dominated by younger wrestlers. Doesn't mean they're not experienced, though.
When you do see that senior at about 120 pounds,
Look
you
out.
can see a difference, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
In the 120 matchup against Silas Weichert for Louisburg against James Daniels.
Weichert doing a good job peeking out around the corner. He's just got to finish. He's got to get his chest up. Daniels does a good job having heavy hips and able to defend the attack. Weichert's trying to get his chest up, trying to build up, get his legs underneath him. Ideally, he can get his head to the left and finish to the right. It's a tough position underneath. Being underneath and wrestling in this spot right here is really difficult to be in. Arms are stretched out, all that tension on your shoulders.
Some strength.
And Weichert's able to get back up to neutral, no points in that flurry. Weichert with some heavy collar ties. Both of these guys are a freshman. I'd argue this is probably not their first season of wrestling. At least it doesn't appear that way. I'm going to go back to the center, reset a little bit. Still no points into this first period. A peek out attempt by Weichert, and we're going to run out of time in the first period and go in 0-0. It's going to be Louisburg's choice. They're going to take neutral. We're going to work on our feet again.
See that flurry right there at the end of the match. And everybody kind of keeping
the
even.
official. Weichert again with some heavy ties. Really working a snap down, trying to snap the Bonner Springs wrestler to the mat. And a slide-by attempt by Daniels. Weichert defends it with an underhook. Daniels in on the leg. Needs to bring that leg up. Daniels trying to finish. Weichert trying to defend it. He's going to treetop it, bring it up. And Weichert's going to concede the takedown. Once that leg gets up that high over the shoulder, that's really tough to defend. And Daniels going straight to the cradle. You can see why the Louisburg coaching staff decided they wanted to take neutral. Didn't work out for him. Daniels with a tight cradle. See if Weichert can defend it. He needs to break the grip and take that hand and put it on the other side of his head. Not going to be able to do it. He's going to give up some near fall points. He's got to be careful. He's going to give up the pin. Official looking, trying to look underneath, looking for both shoulder blades down. Weichert still fighting. And he's going to give up the fall. 6 points to the Braves.
Wrestling at 126 pounds, from Bonner Springs, Lucas Vogel. For the Wildcats, Nolan Brown.
So at 126 pounds, it's going to be Nolan Brown for Louisburg, the freshman, against Lucas Vogel. Got his work cut out for him in this one.
Yeah, senior versus freshman.
Senior's one of the top-ranked wrestlers at that weight class, if I remember my notes right.
There's two Vogels. The 165-pound one's ranked. This one is not ranked, but he's a solid wrestler.
Off to a 3-0 start here. Bonner leading the duel 18-0 as well through 3.
We're going to go back to the neutral position. Brown with the escape. Vogel working the underhook. Drops down to a snatch single. He's going to secure the takedown. 6-1 lead for Vogel. And Vogel's going to decide he's going to attempted to ride both legs. Wrestling on the edge.
Final minute of period number 1 here at 126 pounds.
And they're going to reset back in the middle. You know, at any point, the official, if there's no action like that and they're on the edge, they may not be out of bounds, but at any point, the official can put his hands together, bang his fist, and that means stalemate. That means they just reset. There's no action going on. In my opinion, that was a good situation where 10 seconds earlier, you could have just said, okay, nobody's doing anything. Let's reset. Let's get them back going.
Nolan Brown for Louisburg against Lucas Vogel for Bonner Springs at 126 pounds, period number 1.
Vogel with a pretty deep half. Brown back up to his feet. Good mat return by Vogel. Well, Vogel working in the spladle. That's not a good position to be in. You could tell his frustration as soon as he felt that other leg come over the top. That's a bad spot to be in.
See the move that got him into that position.
For the Braves, devastating Brown. And for the Wildcats,
And there's the
McKittrick.
flip into it, and it was just a matter of time after that. Best name of the tournament, maybe best name I've ever seen. Devastating Brown for Bonner Springs at 11 against Mike McKittrick.
That's impressive.
McKittrick for Louisburg, again here at 132.
Brown in with the takedown. 3-0 lead over McKittrick.
I think my name could easily be Devastated.
I think that would be accurate for me too. Or Disappointed.
Disappointed. Disappointing.
Yeah. Brown working the cradle. Bonner tonight has had some devastating cradles, both on the boys and the girls' side. And they're going to reset back in the middle. 6-0 lead for Brown. Tell they set up that cradle by the crossface with his right arm. They grab the far tricep. And then when the other wrestler brings that left knee up, doesn't have to reach very far to lock up the cradle. Trying again. Brown going to something different. Still trying to set up the cradle. Doesn't have it locked up, doesn't have the crossface. McKittrick looking for a switch, not there. Brown's able to follow, defend it. Short time left, first period. Brown up 6-0 for the Braves. And they're going to hold on, let the period expire.
You get Mike McKittrick, senior here at 132 pounds for Louisburg against devastating Brown, the junior from Bonner Springs.
You just wanted to say devastating again.
I'm going to say it about 4 more times.
You should.
Yep.
McKittrick in the top position, Brown on bottom. Brown up quick. McKittrick chasing the ankle. He needs to climb up. He's only got 5 seconds or it's going to be a stall. Official being somewhat generous, but that's okay.
Why would it have been a stall?
So you can't just hang on to the legs in the top position. You have to climb back up. You can go down to grab a leg to defend them from getting away, but you can't just hang on and wrap your hands around them. You got to actually climb up and at least pretend to wrestle. Granby roll from Brown. Good timing on that one. McKittrick didn't see it coming. 7-0 lead for the Brave. Brown with the snap down, go behind, 3-point takedown. Brown again working the cradle. He's got that crossface, setting it up. He's blocking behind the left knee. He's getting hip to hip. McKittrick's doing a good job trying to tie up Brown's legs so he can't hop sides to set up his cradle. Brown going to his half. McKittrick fighting it off. Brown again, attempting the cradle. Now he's going to be able to, almost. McKittrick does a good job defending it, but he's in a bad spot. He's on his hip. Brown with the 10-0 lead over McKittrick. Brown's had some opportunities to score on top. Just McKittrick's done a good job of defending him. McKittrick with his own attempt at a roll. We're going to go into the third period with devastating Brown up 10-0.
Bonner in full control of this duel here through the first 4-5 matches of the night. Here on our boys duel. Girls earlier tonight, pretty evenly matched up one. Bonner winning that one just by a single match, 6 points.
Brown with the switch. Looking for the reversal. Reversals are 2 points. Not quite secured it yet. He's got to get his leg released and circle all the way behind. McKittrick did a really good job of grabbing that ankle to stop Brown's motion. McKittrick is still in control on top. Brown kind of methodical underneath, taking his time. McKittrick's shown he's a fighter this match. He's been scrappy underneath, scrappy in positions. He's going to still maintain top control. He's got to decide what he wants to do. Is he going to be able to turn him on top, or is he going to have to cut him and try to do a throw. He's going to be down 11-0 in the third period, right at a minute left. Brown with a surprising shot, pretty smooth. McKittrick was not expecting that, and Brown's going to cut him. He's going to let him go. He's going to work for the technical fall. He's up 14-1. Brown in on another shot. Takedown ends it. And McKittrick concedes the takedown. Brown's going to earn the technical fall. Again, technical fall, 15-point differential. The match is automatically over, and that's 5 points for the Braves.
Win going to be for Devastating Brown here at 132 pounds. See that shot there after the reset.
That was pretty slick. McKittrick definitely wasn't expecting it. The importance of a good stance at all times, being in good position so you're ready to go at all times.
Here at 138 pounds, it'll be Isaiah Welker, a sophomore for Louisburg, against
Brybieska.
Elijah Brybieska. Nice job.
I heard it. I cheated.
Attaboy. Sophomore for Bonner Springs, again here at 138 pounds. Louisburg like to get on the board as a team here in this 138-pound match.
First 30 seconds, both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out. No takedown attempts yet. A little half shot. Brybieska's going to look for a snake. Welker is able to fend it off. Brybieska's still in pretty good position. Back up to their feet. We're going to restart back here in the middle, fix headgear.
Zero, 2 minutes into this first period.
Brybieska with an outside shot. See if he can finish it, earn some points. Welker needs to get heavy hips, kick that leg back. Welker made the mistake of going all the way over the top instead of keeping his hips square. No points yet. Brybieska's looking for feet to back points, looking to end it right here. And he earns the fall for the Braves. Fatal mistake for Welker. He had a good position. He just reached all the way around, kind of opened up his side, and Brybieska was able to take him straight feet to back.
Let's see what we got here. Close out this one. There's that move right there before. Get him on his back.
For the Wildcats, Spencer Madison.
That's the thing about wrestling. One mistake can be fatal, and it's done.
Moving on up to 144 pounds. It will be Spencer Madison against James Williams for Bonner Springs, a senior. Madison for Louisburg, a junior. Here at 144 pounds.
We're going to call stalling on Madison, kind of backing out of the ring. It's going to be pretty consistent stalling call. Madison with the quick shot. And Williams with a great double leg. Once Madison stood up, Williams was able to just change his levels and attack right through, just almost like tackling in football. Williams on top, 3-0, top position. Madison with the escape, right to the double leg. He's going to secure the takedown. Great opportunity. Again, just like when he gave up the takedown, Williams stood up, opened the window for Madison to get a nice double leg, shoot through, run to feet, and score. And reset back in the middle. Madison's up 4-3. Takedown and an escape. Madison in the top position. Under a minute left in the first. Madison controlling on top. You know, one major difference, BJ, between high school and college is you get riding time in college. If you get a minute of riding time at the end of the match, you get an extra point, or if you have an advantage of a minute riding time. That's something that's probably never going to happen in high school because you have to have a separate clock for it and people that know how to manage it. Time match. Williams with the escape, 4-4, end of the first period.
Check out that double leg from about the midway point of that match. I think we got that on our replay.
So a little head tap, just enough to throw Williams off. Change levels, attack.
Second period.
Madison in the top position.
Definitely the most evenly matched match we've seen here tonight so far here on the boys' side of things.
Absolutely. Williams trying to work his base. Madison's doing a good job keeping the pressure on top.
Spencer Madison, Jr. against James Williams of Bonner Springs. Madison for Louisburg here at 144 pounds.
Williams up to his feet looking for an escape. Madison with the mat return. And that's going to be injury time. Looks like his knee got trapped underneath a little bit. Good job of the official for catching that. I didn't catch it. I'm sure he can hear a grunt or a
see that
squeal.
Return to the mat. Yeah, he's just a little, that leg kind of caught underneath him on the way down. So injury time. I want to go get this playlist that's been going on over the PA here from Mr. Pickman or Mr. Finistil, whoever put that together. It's eclectic. I'm hearing it through my headphones. I don't know if you're picking it up, but it's quite eclectic.
It's got a little bit of everything on it.
Again, a little bit of an injury. Can't tell, I think.
Like a knee.
Tell if he's going to be done or he's going to try to get it. We may take a quick break. We'll come back with this 144 match right after this on Louisburg Sports Live.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
James Williams able to shake it off there in the break and back at it here at 144 pounds in a tied-up match. It's been so good, it would have been unfortunate if that's how it ended, Matt.
Right, I agree. It's been a well-contested match. Both wrestlers are getting after it, wrestling hard. Williams right back up to his feet. Madison with a quick mat return. I think that knee's on Williams' mind just a little bit. Reset back in the middle. Madison again, showing good movement on top. Williams attempts to sit out, not there, good float by Madison. Got a hard ride on top. Under 30 seconds. This is the part of the period where Madison wants to just finish on top. Doesn't matter if he scores any points right now. He just wants to stay in control. He's got 17 seconds left in the second period. His goal right now is get the ride out.
Scoring at a premium here at 144 pounds.
That started as a flurry in the first period. Madison trying to lock up the wing. He's going to go for broke, go for some back points here. Short time. And Madison with the mat return. One last attempt by Williams to escape. We're going to go into the third period, still tied up 4-4, and Madison's going to have choice, and he's going to go bottom. Madison up quick.
Best chance for Louisburg tonight to get on the board as a team. We're with Spencer Madison at 144 pounds. James Williams stayed tied up 4-4 in that second period.
Madison up to his feet. You can see he's fighting for hand control. Williams with a really good mat return. Madison back up, slowly but surely. Williams returns him to the mat. Both wrestlers in the top position have been really good. Still a supporting point inbounds. Wrestling on the perimeter. Under a minute left, still tied 4-all. Williams is going to have to work out to the side a little bit to avoid getting warned for stalling. Madison with the escape attempt. They're going to restart back in the center. Still tied 4-4. 40 seconds left. Third period. Madison needs an escape. Madison, quick sit out. Up to his feet. Up to his feet again. Williams returns him. Under 30. "15 seconds. Williams working on top. Now he's just looking for the ride out. Madison up to his feet. One last flurry. They're out of bounds. They're going to restart in the center with 6 seconds left. Madison, see if he has anything in any tricks up his sleeve. See if he can get a quick escape. Otherwise, we're looking at overtime. Madison up. Can he get out? Two. All right, we're going to go to the neutral position. Overtime in wrestling is a 1 minute sudden victory period. Any points wins. Kittrick. Madison on the offensive first. It's important to stay in good position. Shot attempt by Madison, defended by Williams. Williams in on a double leg, and he's going to finish it. Big chest, followed through, and that's going to be a team point by throwing your headgear. That's not acceptable.
Really good match.
Excellent match.
Between those two, you'll see the flurry there at the end and the takedown that wins it in overtime by Williams. And battled back after an injury as well.
All three takedowns in that were secured by double legs, and all very good double legs. Bonner Springs is going to come away with the victory. Great match.
Next up, it will be at 150 pounds for Louisburg. It will be Anis Ganam against Michael Navarro-Morphin. Navarro-Morphin from Bonner Springs, the senior, and Anis Ganam, the senior as well.
Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out. No, there's the first shot attempt of the match by Navarro-Morphin. Ganam defends it. Navarro still has a leg. Ganam trying to go behind, trying to get around the corner. Navarro Morfrin's in on the double leg, and he's going to secure the takedown. He has that left toe inbounds. We'll restart back in the middle with Ganam in the down position, down 3-0. Ganam back up to his base. Cradle attempt by Navarro Morfin. He's got the crossface here, and you can see he's reaching it in front. Hops over to the side, looking for the cradle. Navarro Morfin's looking for it all. Looking for near fall and a pin. And we're gonna reset. Good job by Ganam fighting off the back. Navarro again, cradle, near fall points. Gonna add 4 more. We're looking at 11-0 score right now for the Braves. Cradle again. This time we're gonna roll through. If he gets 4 points here, the match will be over by technical fall unless he gets a pin. Regardless what happens, the match will go to the Braves. Whether it's a pin or a near fall is to be determined. All right, we're gonna have a technical fall, 5 points for the Braves.
So technical falls, 5 points, pin 6.
Correct. Yeah, pin or a open default would be 6 points.
And win by
If
points?
you win by decision, it's 3.
Okay.
And that's a victory from 1 to 7 points. And a major decision is an 8 to 14 point victory.
157-pound matchup now for Louisburg. It'll be Bo Ballard, a sophomore, against Ramon Aguilar for Bonner Springs, also a sophomore. Again, 157-pound matchup.
Double-leg attempt by Ballard, defended by Aguilar. Aguilar looking in the front headlock position, trying to get a go behind. He's got his leg trapped. Ballard gets broken down to his hips, gives up the takedown to Aguilar, and Aguilar going straight to the cradle. BJ, if we learned anything about Bonner Springs wrestling tonight, it is that they are cradlers.
They coach the cradle.
They do. Ballard in bad position. He's on his shoulder. Aguilar's looking for back points and the fall. And Aguilar's going to earn the 6-point fall for the Braves.
Okay, you see the move that got him into that position. When he got him rolled over.
Just a good old traditional half Nelson.
There it was.
And Vagel, one of the top wrestlers in Class 5A for Bonner.
Ranked number 2 at 165 pounds in 5A is Lane Vogel against Maddox Day here for Louisburg.
Vogel with the fireman's carry.
Lane Vogel is aware of the location of the weight room at Bonner Springs High School.
He sure is. A well-built young man. Another fireman's carry. Not concerned about back points right now. He's just concerned about working on his feet. Needs to be careful here. He doesn't do anything silly, potentially dangerous. That's probably wise by the official. Let's save him from himself.
Remember last time you were held above someone? You probably do. It probably has happened to you. I can't think of the last time anybody held me above their head.
I've done it.
Yeah, I bet you have.
A little easier to do when you wrestle 119.
Yeah. I don't know if I was wrestling in 5th grade or not.
I was a senior.
little bit of an injury here for Maddox Day. He's going to go get that worked on. They're taking care of some blood, I do believe. You see that potentially near dangerous as he gets him lifted in the air, and he's kind of just stuck there for a second. What do I do? And luckily let him down.
Yeah, that would have been a tough finish for Vogel, and there's no reason to put anybody in danger, and especially when there's already been 2 takedowns.
Yeah, Maddox Day, the junior for Louisburg here at 165 pounds. Lane Vogel, the senior for Bonner Springs. Lane, the number 2 ranked wrestler at this weight class at 5A. Here for Bonner Springs in the orange and black singlet.
You can just see the motion from Vogel, how he goes from, we were talking earlier about the speed from some of the best wrestlers, and one move doesn't work and he hits 2, 3, 4 moves all just in a sequence of moves, and that's how you drill. This year we've been doing a lot of work with our guys about, hey, the first one doesn't work, go to A, B, and C, and learning to go in those sequences and not stop and get yourself in a bad position.
Day has recovered a little bit.
Vogel just taking him straight to his back, earning the fall for the Braves.
Pretty quick work there from Lane Vogel. Tough match for the junior.
Nothing to feel ashamed about. Vogel's a good wrestler.
See that takedown there at the end.
That's just horsepower. That's really, at the end of the day, that's just oomph.
Now at 175 pounds, it will be James Lagner Jr. against Corbin Reynolds' friend. Here for Bonner Springs at 175 pounds, Reynolds' friend against Langner.
Reynolds' friend with the quick takedown, 3-0 lead. You know, you could see from the 106, 113 pounders, the footwork, the quick, the moving around, constant motion, and the bigger they get, it's more methodical. It's just a different type. It's more power. You know, the technique is equally as good. It's just different.
You better know where the weight room's at this weight class.
Oh, if you don't,
bit. Yeah.
If you don't, your technique's going to be so good, yeah. And eventually there's going to be somebody else that has equal technique to you and just going to out horsepower you.
James Langner, sophomore for Louisburg at 175 pounds against Corbin Reynolds' friend, another sophomore for Bonner Springs. The rest of this one, and then 3 more matches left here in our duel and our coverage of Louisburg wrestling tonight on Louisburg Sports Live. We'll be back here tomorrow night for Louisburg basketball as well as they welcome in Bonner Springs on the hard court.
Reynolds' friend looking for near fall points. So he's got that leg hooked. It's a crossbody ride. Good control on top. Looking for a power half. Looking to put him away. And for the end of the period.
Yeah, I was quite confused. You weren't telling me what was happening. So.
Well, he didn't get pinned. We're going to start in the neutral position. 9-0 lead for Reynolds' friend for Bonner. He's going to add a takedown to that. 12-0 lead, second period. You can see how the points add up, BJ, with the near fall. Yeah. You can get a 4th near fall point and the extra point for takedowns.
Well, you mentioned when we were opening things up that the scoring changes have made matches go faster, and
right.
And I've seen that for sure here tonight. And another tech fall, or actually a pin. Got that pin there at the end.
He would have had a tech fall. Call that a tech pin.
For Bonner Springs.
See the end of that one, just too much for Langner there. Vance Hahn for Louisburg going to be next for the Wildcats here at 190 pounds. And he'll be taking on for Bonner Springs, Kane Smith.
Kane's number 5 rank wrestler at 190 in Class 5A.
This is the weight class you go find your nose tackle at.
Right. Yep. This is a kind of a fun weight class. It's usually the kids are still pretty dang athletic and they can move, and you get an interesting mix of kids that are maybe bigger and they drop down to 190, or they just decide to go up because they don't want to lose any weight, so they're super athletic. It's very unique in the types of body styles that you'll see at 190. And Hahn in on the leg. Quick stalemate from the official, probably a good call, let him reset. The high crotch attempt by Smith, defended really well by Hahn, and Hahn's in a good position to score right now. Needs to stuff the head, try to work his go behind. He's working the 3/4 Nelson right now. Smith keeping Hahn in front of him, and we're gonna, in that little flurry with no points, back up to their feet. Good action by both athletes. A half shot attempt by Hahn. Hahn needs to be careful with those little reach attempts. That's going to put him in bad position. A decent wrestler like Smith's going to be able to improve his position. Smith's going to take down. Smith's going to earn the escape. Up 1-0, beginning of the second period.
Vance Hahn, the senior for Louisburg, against Kane Smith, the senior for Bonner Springs, here at 190 pounds.
Double leg attempt by Hahn. Well defended by Smith. Smith in the front headlock position.
At this point, Hahn, an opportunity, get some consolation points here perhaps for the Louisburg team if you can knock off a top-ranked wrestler, and certainly hasn't gone the way they wanted it to for this team scores tonight, but the opportunity here in the second period midway through it.
Well, and the good thing, about wrestling is, these are 2 Frontier League teams. This is going to come down to the seeding at Frontier League, and that matters. Another leg attack by Hahn. He's in on a single. He needs to circle around to his right. Keep circling. That right elbow, he needs to be able to wrench it around just in front of the thigh or the calf. Not able to do it. We're going to stalemate back to the center. Smith straight to the underhook. He's in on a leg again. It's a bad position to be in. And Smith in the front headlock position. Hahn doing a good job keeping Smith in front of him, and he's, again, attacks the leg. As soon as he let go of that leg, Smith's able to circle around behind, secure the 3-point takedown, up 4-0, 10 seconds left, second period. And that's how we will go to the third period. Hahn will have the choice. Assume he would take down. Yep. He's got some work to do. Needs an escape and a takedown to tie it up. Hahn, sit-out position. Sit-out position again, up to his feet. Mat return by Smith. Again, sit-out position for Hahn. Hahn needs to string a couple moves together. He's got a good sit-out where he's getting there, but he's not hitting move 2 and 3 after that.
Final 90 seconds here of period number 3 of the match here at 190 pounds. Vance Hahn against Kane Smith. Hahn for Louisburg, Smith for Bonner Springs. Only had a handful of matches go to the third period, one go to overtime here in this boys' duel.
Smith in the top position, another crossface. One minute. It's now or never for Hahn. Power half from Smith. Got that in deep. Hahn's in a bad spot. And he's going to give up the fall to Smith. Another 6 points for the Braves.
Hahn's hung tough for a good chunk of that.
He
just
did.
that move there at the end to get in position. Able to just use some strength in that position you mentioned.
Just taking advantage of some fatigue. You know, Hahn fought hard, but eventually he just got worn down.
Now 215-pound matchup, next to last match of this duel. This one pits Braxton Keckner against Luka Tomasic. Braxton Keckner for Louisburg, a junior. Tomasic also a junior for Bonner Springs, again here at 215 pounds.
Tomasic trying to go feet to back. Going straight to that cradle from his feet. Looking for the quick fall over Tomasic. Excuse me, over Keckner. Tomasic looking for the fall.
Survive and advance there for Braxton Keckner.
Yeah, he did a good job fighting off his back. He looked like he was in real trouble there for a second. Tomasic again looking for back points, looking for the pin. Four back points, 7-0 lead for Luka Tomasic. Tomasic locked up a cradle. Looking for back points before, and Keckner did a great job just rolling right through it. No loss of control for Tomasic. 2 seconds left in the first period.
See that roll through.
Tried the cradle, he just kind of sent it all the way through.
Reset.
Keckner's gonna take neutral, down 7-0.
Start of period number 2 here at 215 pounds.
Now, if 190 is your nose guard, what are you looking at 215? Is that your guard?
D-end.
D-end, yeah.
My guards are coming up next.
Guards and tackles.
No.
Both wrestlers kind of leaning into each other. Got to be careful how much you lean. You're going to put yourself in a bad position. You're going to be out of bounds. Reset back in the center. So we've heard Axl Rose, Luke Bryan.
It's been all over the place.
I mean, do you think they hang out together?
Those two, maybe. We're both gorillas, so Axl Rose has a special place in our
right. Sure does.
heart.
Tomasic with the three-point takedown, up 10-0. Keckner's going to need to do something underneath. Tomasic power half in for double leg ride. Stretched him out. See that forearm on the back of the head. Short time in the second period. Tomasic up 10-0. Half attempt on the left. He's going to have back points. And he's got the fall with 1 second left on the clock. That half was pretty deep. Bad position for Keckner. And he's going to give up the fall to Luka Tomasic for the Braves.
See that last flurry there at the end to get in position for the pin. Circled around on him and now we're into our final match of this duel, 285.
Yep, and they're gonna.
And that was it.
Bonner Springs wins the duel.
I guess they didn't have a 285 for Louisburg, and so a 4-foot, and that'll do it for this duel. There's going to be some exhibition matches going on here as well, and we will keep it right there. I don't know if you want to talk about these matches. We don't know their names, and so we won't know their names. We'll probably turn it over to the public address announcer for some of those. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap things up. We'll come back and watch some of those exhibition matches on our Elliott Group post-game show. We're back in 2 minutes. You're watching Louisburg Wrestling on Louisburg Sports Live.
Maximize your athletic potential with Louisburg Chiropractic. Athletes of all ages and skill levels can improve with the help of Dr. Jake Polzin at Louisburg Chiropractic Center. Shorter recovery times, increased range of motion, and flexibility are just a few of the benefits. Everyone can benefit from chiropractic care, from the pros to gym rats, rec golfers to high school athletes. Let Louisburg Chiropractic Center improve your performance. Call now, 913-837-2910.
Explore, imagine, and connect at the Louisburg Library in downtown Louisburg. Serving the community since 1968, the Louisburg Library has everything you're looking for. Whether you're into bestsellers, mystery, sci-fi, action, romance, or graphic novels, there's a story for everyone. Take advantage of their programs for kids and adults like book boxes, book clubs, winter read, summer bash, computer coding camps, and so much more. Stop by and meet their friendly staff 7 days a week and learn more at louisburglibrary.org.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there.
Contact Buddy Shaw in Louisburg for a quote today.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Since their doors first opened in 1920, First National Bank has been committed to local decision-making and long-term relationships. Locally owned and managed, First National Bank is there to guide you through all your first. First checking or savings account, first loan, first business groundbreaking, or your first home. A variety of banking services, expert guidance, and an emphasis on putting you first. First National Bank in Louisburg, 1201 West Amity, 913-837-5191. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Vose Pharmacy is Louisburg's true hometown pharmacy. Pharmacist Kevin Vose and his team are proud to be part of the Louisburg community, and your health is their top priority. And now with Test to Treat, Vose can provide strep and flu testing and treatment all in one by appointment. Vose continues to be your stop for everyday health essentials and all of your prescription needs. Vose Pharmacy, Louisburg's pharmacy, and proud to support the Wildcats. Call 913-533-7575 or visit vosepharmacy.com.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, well, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Frontier Agent TJ Solander in Louisburg at 913-837-3237.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Wildcat Veterinary Clinic. Come see us at our newly remodeled facility across from the stadium. We're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services and specialty care that includes surgery, chiropractic, and reproductive services. With 24-hour emergency services, a team of 13 veterinarians, and 3 other locations in Paola, Drexel, and Martin City, our commitment to this community makes Wildcat Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Welcome back out here to Louisburg High School as we wrap up our coverage of Wildcat Wrestling here tonight on Louisburg Sports Live. We're in the midst of the Elliott Insurance Group postgame show. You do see some matches out there on the floor, some exhibition contests going on here for underclassmen and guys who didn't get to wrestle there in the duel. Elliott Group postgame show at Elliott Group. They believe in building strong relationships with their clients and their community. That's the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. And Matt, pretty lopsided affair here in this one. Obviously, Bonner Springs, you look at the rosters too, there's a little bit more experience on that Bonner Springs side than there is Louisburg, but some close matches and some not so close matches, and that's probably a just any given night in wrestling you're going to have that.
That's how it goes a lot. And you know, Bonner Springs, they've just got a little bit more established program. They've got a good kids club, and that whole area of Kansas right now is really good. Bonner Springs, Lansing,
DeSoto.
Basler, Linwood, DeSoto, Tonganoxie, they're all really, really good at wrestling. And the Frontier League is tough. It's brutal. You have Pale and Tonganoxie, who are also very, very good, top-ranked teams in 4A. And, you know, Louisburg, they're young, and they'll get better. And, you know, first year for Coach, and, you know, he'll keep building it and, you know, starts with the culture and getting the kids club going. And that's how schools like Bonner win duels like this. Just they've got freshmen and sophomores that have wrestled 100 matches by the time they walk in the door, and that's huge.
On the rankings from the Kansas Wrestling Coaches Association, Paola with 6 guys, 6 weight classes. They've got a representative in 6 of the 10,
Right.
what are there, 14?
Yep.
And then Tonganoxie has 5 ranked wrestlers across 14 weight classes. And so, yeah, those 2 programs have a real chance. Paola ranked number 2, Tonganoxie number 3, and they'll have to wrestle against kids from Andale, and that's going to be different probably for them.
You know, and Andale is they're good at wrestling and football, and those sports go hand in hand. And there's a name called Eck, and that name has been an Andale name as long as I can remember. And I don't need to know the dynamics of that family, but they are all over town.
There's an exponentiality of it once you set up shop in a spot. And I know I come from Hepler, and if you ask the Harris name, it's also been there. And
I would love to see the family tree.
Yeah, once you have 9 kids, you can really spread out pretty quickly. Right. We're into the 3rd generation of that now, and you can't run into somebody without being related to them. So that's why I had to move my daughter out of Southeast Kansas, move her up to the Kansas City Metro. Again, we've had more energy in these exhibition matches, I think, at times than we did before, and they've been a little bit more evenly matched. And this was one of those here as Bonner's going to just get the win there at the end of it. But, again, exhibition matches, we're wrapping up our coverage. We'll be back here again tomorrow night as Bonner Springs comes back to town to take on the Louisburg Wildcats in basketball. And I hope those folks that want to watch some basketball, you can do that tomorrow as well. Any final thoughts from you, Mr. Jones?
Nope, thanks for having us out. It's always good to cover wrestling. Wrestling needs the coverage, and, just keep building programs. Good for kids, good for the young ladies that wrestled first, and it's awesome to see all the participants out here enjoying a sport I care about.
I do want to thank our sponsors, of course, Bose Pharmacy, our presenting sponsor, all the sponsors that help bring Louisburg Sports Live to you here on the Varsity Sports Live Network. Again, basketball tomorrow night, right back here, 5:45 pregame, 6 o'clock tip as the Wildcats take on Bonner Springs. For Matt Jones and BJ Harris saying so long from Louisburg, you've been watching Louisburg Wildcat Wrestling on Louisburg Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.